But yeah, welcome everyone. I'm thrilled to have you in our kitchens this afternoon cooking with the Hamilton Heroes, Thermo Heroes. We've got some great dishes for you. The ladies have selected something that they wanted to share that they think fits with spring, you know, with that change in the air and beautiful longer days in the sun. It's just inspired you to cook different food. So I'm Heather Downing. I'm the team leader for this awesome team, and I will share the recipe links with you afterwards by email, and we'll have this recording available within the next couple of days in case there's anything you'd like to revisit. If you have any questions throughout, jump into the chat or come off mute and sing out your questions. We're here to help. We really want you to walk away with something new today, some tips or a different recipe to try, or something to enhance your journey with the Thermomix. But what I will do now is pass over to Kerry to get us started. Thanks, Kez.
Okay, hi everyone. Hi to, I'm glad that you've all been able to join us this afternoon. And hello to any of my customers that are on. I've had a bit of an issue with my technology, so I'm on my little mobile instead of my tablet, so I can't really see too much except for who's talking. So, but anyway, yeah, so today we're going to show you some amazing items to make. So what I've chosen is a thing called a menu item called Impossible Quiche. Now, it's I came across it accidentally. It's a recipe community. So if you don't have a TM6 where you can link it and do it as guided, you can still upload it from recipe community to your cookie do. So it's still in there. So you can, you know, use your calendar, put in your weekly shopping calendar, or your shopping list. But if you're using recipe community, you know, you can just do it manually on your machine anyway if you don't have your TM6. So okay, so this is very, very quick and easy. And what I love about it is I actually have been making it every week now. So I'll show you quickly and I'll speak a bit more about it. So all we're going to do is place some cheese and some onion. So because we're just going to grate it. So I've just popped in my cheese. Where's my spatula? Sorry, popped in my cheese. So just remember when you're grating cheese, usually about 3 centimetre cubes. And my onion. So with your onion, this recipe didn't actually say whether quarter, half or whatever, but usually if it's a big onion, I'll cut it in quarters, and if it's small, I'll just cut it in half, but just trying to look after your blades. So pop in my onion and my cheese, and that's going to do that for speed 5 for 10 to 15 seconds. So I'll do that. And then I'm going to add the diced bacon. So all we've done is more or less just grated all that up, mixed all that up together. Going to add the diced bacon. So it's just a couple of strips of bacon, obviously just as chunks that you feel that you want. So I'm going to pop that in. Now, if you're vegetarian, you could just skip this part, and you can add in extra vegetables and things as well. So that's a good thing about this. And it's asking me for some self-raising flour. Now, I'm gluten intolerant, so I'm actually using gluten-free self-raising flour. So it does work great with gluten-free self-raising flour. So I'm just going to pop in that. I've already weighed all these out prior. Pop that in. And mix that for 10 to 15 seconds. It's really, really quick and easy. Obviously, it's taking a bit longer because I'm chatting, but
It's a total of about 40 seconds, isn't it, Carrie, all up?
Sorry?
Is it a total of about 40 seconds all up?
Well, I think so. If you're sort of quick and things like that, you've got everything like ready, chopped up. Not that there's a lot of chopping. It's really the bacon and the onion quickly and your cheese. So it doesn't really take that long. Whoops. Okay. And then all we're going to do is add in the rest of the main ingredients. So the rest of the main ingredients are, so pop that in. So I've got 4 eggs. So what I suggest is always crack your eggs into a bowl separately, or I actually sometimes just do it into my MC because it's dirty anyway. If I only need 1, just because you don't want to pop in, oh, you don't need shell in there, but obviously also if you have bad eggs, you definitely don't want bad eggs up in there to ruin your mixture. So I've got 4 eggs. I've got 3/4 teaspoon of mixed herbs. You can more or less put any herbs in you want, and you can put extra in if you want as well. And some milk. Now, 315 grams of milk. Again, you can use any milk that you want. So I've used it. Yeah, I've just popped it in because I pre-weighed everything. I just kept it in out on the bench. I didn't want to keep my milk out on the bench, but by using this thermo jug, it will be kept cold. So if you haven't seen them, there's this one, and there is, sorry, another size here. So these are great also for like gravies, if you've got dishes, vegetable sauces, things like that. So I've just popped my milk into there. And then I am going to mix that. Oh, and a bit of salt and pepper, I think it does say. So I just put in a bit of salt. I don't usually put too much pepper because otherwise my son doesn't want to eat it. So 2 to 3 seconds for speed 2 to 3 for oops, sorry. Now, also what I'm going to do, I haven't done it before, but today I'm just going to add in some cherry tomatoes. So I've just chopped, my cherry tomatoes were quite large, so I've just ordered them, and I'm just going to pop that in there. So the good thing about this is you can add, your other vegetables, whatever you would like, different herbs. So I'm just going to pop it in a pie dish. Now, what I have done, that should be enough. Now, what I have done is so you want to grease your pie dish, obviously, because it's egg, but I don't like buying the sprays. So what I actually have, if you haven't seen these, this is from the mix shop as well. So you just fill your bottle with oil, obviously, and I just use that and I spray it, and then I'll just mix it around with a pastry brush. So that's it. So I'm going to pop that in. What I'm actually going to do is I'll pop in my cherry tomatoes now here, mix it around just with the spatula, and then I'm just going to pop that in my pie dish. It doesn't look too exciting, but it is. And you can, like, if you want, you can even pop in some like asparagus. That would be nice. But as I said, different veggies. So that's it. So that's it there. And I'm just going to bake that for about, in a moderate oven for about 40 minutes. So, and then once it's cooked, I'll come back to you and I can discuss a little bit more about it.
Fabulous. Thank you, Kerry. So now I'll pass over to Jen to start her dish.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to help some of my customers to get on. So sorry. They're just having a little bit of trouble.
Joy,
can you see me? And you can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go. Oh, this just turned off. So today I'm making a salad, a nice bright, colourful quinoa salad that's actually from the US. So you can access that on Cookie Do if you change your filters. If you go onto one of the Cookie Do sessions, that gives you great information on how to do filters. So we won't go into that too much today in this class, but it's in the 2021 Cookie Do US, one of their books. So I've loaded both my recipes. The other recipe I'm going to do is a dip. So I'll go straight to the Southwest quinoa recipe. So the first thing is going to be to cook the quinoa. So it cooks in the basket, and then I'm going to add now one thing, and I'm not even sure whether there's a way to make this metric, but it's all in imperial on here, but so it just automatically does the imperial. So as long as you trust it, there might be a way. Heather might be able to fill us in on that. But it's asking me for 7 ounces of quinoa. So I'm going to measure that into there.
Yeah, you won't change it because it's a US recipe. It will always weigh ounces, but in terms of shopping, it's
Yeah, so still measures it.
for your shopping, to switch it over.
Yeah.
I think it might also be Mexican quinoa salad. If it's the same one that I'm thinking of, it might just be,
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure it might be the same recipe.
Okay. So now it's asking me for some water, 35 ounces. So as long as I just keep an eye on it. It is quite weird, you know, going back to, it makes me feel quite old. Because I do know some ounce conversions quite easily. And being a baby nurse, you know, people still ask for baby weights in pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird. Okay, we're nearly there. Sorry, I'm taking so long. Okay, so that's 35. And then a little bit of salt. So what I love about I love making quinoa and having it with other foods. So with our recipes, you can use the quinoa in this recipe and then use it for, you know, making it with something else or adding it, you know, having a curry with it. You can just use components of recipes. So I'm adding a lid now, measuring cup, and it's going to turn to speed 5, and this is just giving it a bit of a rinse. So for 10 seconds, it's just rinsing it. And then it's going to start cooking. So I'm going to the next one. And I just need to turn it to speed 2. It's going to be on Varoma, and it'll go for 20 minutes.
Awesome. Okay. Thanks.
Beautiful. And we all know with the new safety thing, because I'm using the basket, I don't need to be putting a basket on the top, obviously. But because of, you know, if I wasn't and using Varoma, I would need to put the basket on the top. Okay, hand over to the next one.
Thanks, Jen. Lindsay.
Hello, how are you? So I'm going to make Edna's lemon curd tea cakes today. It's originally a recipe community recipe, but it became so popular that it was featured in our 20th anniversary Creating Something Incredible cookbook. So I actually found it in this book. I didn't know it was a very popular recipe, but we actually don't know who Edna is, so it's a mystery. And yeah, we love this recipe, so hopefully we find out who it is one day. Just don't pop this back. So this is a really good recipe for spring, summer. We have an abundance of lemons that we need to use up. And yeah, it's just a way to use up your lemons. If you make lemon curd, you can use it to make the cupcakes. So, oh, I don't know why it's after popping me. So I'm just going to pop it into my week. Oh, sorry, that's me skipping ahead. Go into recipe details and start at step 1. So it's asking for 60 grams of lemon juice first. So I'm going to pop my lemon juice in. Oh, I'll do it left-handed so I can see the screen. There we go. So this first part is just making our lemon curd for the recipe. I have pre-weighed everything, so 60 grams of unsalted butter. I'm going to pop that in there. 100 grams of white sugar. Pop that in. And just 1 egg. And I'm the same as Carrie. I always make sure I pop it into a bowl first, for shells, and to make sure I have a good egg. So just 1 egg inside, and then a pinch of sea salt. I'm just going to do a little bit. So we're going to pop our lid on. and it's going to cook for 5 minutes at 90 degrees, and it's going to go up to speed 4.
Sorry, we won't hear you while it's making that noise. So I'll jump over and start mine and then we'll come back to you. Is that okay?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So I will spotlight this one. Oh, did I get the right one? Can you see my screen? I can see. Okay, that's better. Okay. Hello again. Welcome to my other screen. So I'm making the steamed greens with lemon feta. If you haven't tried this, it's one of our favourites. It's something I make every Christmas. It's something that getting close to Christmas, the nieces, someone will say, are you making those greens with the lemon feta? And yeah, it's just one of those recipes. Even making the lemon feta for other reasons is recommended. So I'll just grab my recipe. So a week. Who loves the weekly planner? Being able to map out your week and do your shopping, have your shopping list all organised, even connecting through to Woolies and doing it online that way. Now, I'm starting with some lemon zest. Now, I'll show you a little bit closer. I've just done this with my Thermomix toolkit peeler, so it's really fine. There's no white pith on the back, so it's just the zest. So I've got zest of a lemon. I'll throw that in, and I'm going to try and chop it as fine as I can. So it might take a couple of goes, so I may lose audio for a sec. So we've just got 10 seconds, speed 9, and then it'll be a scratch. So I'll scrape down the sides, and we'll do that once more before adding the rest of the ingredients. But this is tangy, creamy, and delicious. I'll show you where we're at after just 10 seconds. It definitely needs another 10 seconds, but I don't know if you can see that. It's done a pretty great job for that amount of time. Do that once more. Okay, so the rest of the ingredients are, that we're going to add, is some lemon juice. So it's really lemony and delicious. It's not just the zest, it's that amazing juice. And when you try it, you will wonder why you haven't had it before. Has anyone had it? I can't see the chat on that screen, but who's made this before? It's something that comes up. There's a chili beef with lemon feta. What else would it be good? So it's great with Mexican. It's great with lots of things. So I've got 200 grams of Danish feta. And Danish feta is a lot softer than some of the fetas. It's creamy and really delicious. Did I miss a step? No, olive oil. You might see other recipes called whipped feta, similar sort of things. Some of them don't have the lemon, but the lemon is what makes it extra delicious. And we've just got a little bit of black pepper. It doesn't need salt because the cheese is quite salty. And here we go. A pinch of pepper, 5 seconds on speed 4, and that's done. So I'll show you how that looks. You can see it's quite chunky, but that's exactly how we want it. So I'll pop that aside into a bowl, and then I'll get, sorry, the next part of the recipe is to switch bowls or to clean the bowl, add some water, and then I'm going to steam my veggies. So I've got my green beans in there first, and I'll give those a head start. So they need a little bit longer. So I'm going to give them 4 minutes before adding broccolini and some asparagus. So today I've actually halved the greens because there's only 2 of us eating them. But if it was family at Christmas, I would often double it. Do 2 veromas, even fill it, double your lemon feta, and just steam heaps at once. It's fabulous. But I will pass back to, is Lindsay ready for?
Yeah, I just have 22 seconds left, so it should be good timing.
Okay, I will. It is. I'm passing back to you. Yes, it is. Okay, over to you, Lindsay.
Good timing.
Excellent.
Okay, so this is our lemon curd ready to go. I'm just going to let it steam, and I'll give you guys a quick peek of what it's looking like. So it is beautiful. I don't want to fog up my camera. But so that's one element of the recipe. I'm just going to pour this into the bowl and set it aside for a bit later. And then we will have to get on to the second part. Now this also, you could do it where if you had lemon curd to use up and you didn't want to just start making your own batch from scratch, you could just skip the first part of the recipe and then start straight with the cakes, or make it into, I'm pretty sure this recipe can be made into a whole cake as well. I'm not sure if any of the guys have made it as an actual cake before, but I've only ever tried the cupcakes version of it. Now, so we're going to go next. So we're pouring the lemon curd into a bowl, which I've done. We're going to clean and dry our mixing bowl, but we'll do that later. One of the joys of having a second bowl is obviously not having to clean and dry everything in between recipes. It just makes everything heaps quick, and then you can throw it into the dishwasher at the end. So go to next. I have already preheated my oven. I've just moved into this house, so me and my oven are still becoming friends with each other, but I think the temperature is about right. We have a muffin. It's asking for a 6-hole muffin tray. I actually have the 12 rose gold tray from the mix shop. I really love this. It's heaps sturdy and actually quite heavy for a muffin tray. And then my all-time favorite is the reusable muffin liners. Now I did get these not on the mix shop, but I know the mix shop have them available as well. And they're a lifesaver if you're making stuff for lunch boxes and you don't want to have the cost of paper liners all the time. So I've done all that. I'm going to actually put that back here. And then we're going to pop in 150 grams of self-raising flour. So got my flour here. About 153. Awesome. Some 60 grams of unsalted butter cut into pieces. The same as Carrie, I normally do like 2 or 3 centimeters at a time when I'm putting ingredients in, just cubed sizes. Oh, it's a bit melted. It says 1 sprig of fresh lemon thyme leaves only. I'm going to skip that because it is optional and I don't have any on hand. So we'll go next. 100 grams of white sugar. And 1 egg. So it's actually very similar to the ingredients that you need for the lemon curd. So if you know you have them pantry staples in, you can make up this recipe. So I'm going to pop my lid on and go next. And this is just going to mix it for 30 seconds on speed 5. Now it does say mix until combined. I found last time that it combined quite well. So once I scrape down the sides, I'll just give you guys a look. I was expecting the first time I made it for it to be like a cupcake type mixture, quite runny, but it's actually not. It's actually more of a thicker, crumbly texture that you're going to have, which is exactly how it's meant to be. So yeah, we're just going to pop this into our liner. And I don't know if you want to watch me do that, but bear with me 1 second. So I'll just do one and then I might let you guys go ahead to someone else. So what it wants you to do is put a tablespoon of the mixture into the cupcake liner. And I do that and then I push it down a little bit. They're big servings, so I know some people that have done it in mini sizes, but this seems to work well. And then after that, we're going to put 1 tablespoon of our lemon curd mixture in the middle. So popping that on top. And then we top it with just like a little bit of the mixture again. So, and it says kind of crumble it on top to make sure that you kind of cover a bit of the curd, but don't worry about how messy it looks. Definitely doesn't need to be neat. Now, so that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like, kind of crumbly. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them, but this is a sneak peek of what they should come out as later on.
There you go. Oh, hello. Hi, everyone. So this is an easy one that it just takes literally almost a couple of seconds to do for the lemonade. I often do it for my kids in the morning, so it's just a great starter to get your metabolism going in the morning, but you can then adapt it towards then having a margarita afterwards if you're so inclined in the evening. So let's start. We've got 2 to 3 lemons unpeeled for the lemonade. So the joy of the lemonade is that lemons are in season. I've got so many trees around in our area, so I just go around raid the neighbourhood for their lemons. To peel them, I just do top and tail and then cut them in half and then cut the pith out in the middle. But for the lemonade, you don't really need to do too much preparation for your lemons. It's just throw them in half with the seeds removed. So I've got 3 lemons because I like to make lots for our family. I just got lemons on my hand. And then we got 500 grams of chilled water. Put some in my thermo jug earlier. Just under. And I put some in my water bottle too. So that's just to get it chopping. We do add more water later. Our 100 grams of caster sugar. This is to taste. So if you don't like it too sweet, I do it for my kids, so we like it a little bit sweeter. So, but you can put in a lot less sugar, which you could even probably just half the lemonade, the 100 grams to 50 if you so like, but it just depends how sweet you like it.
Timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes. And it's just 2 seconds. And we just turn it all the way around, it goes up to speed 10. So that's literally the amount of chopping it does. And then we add the rest of the water. Good thing is you can't necessarily go wrong. I had it a little bit extra anyway. So the good thing about this is it keeps in your fridge for about a week too. So not that it lasts that long, but you drink it much too quick for it to last a week. But if it's just yourselves at home with your husband or just yourself, then it does last a week in the fridge. Or you could freeze it into little cubes and add it to your drinks later. So we insert the simmering basket. Oh, did I skip a step? No, I think you're good. Yep. Nope, good. Put the simmering basket in. And
it's just to strain it, I think.
Yeah. So I use my my Tupperware jug because it fits in our fridge. Let's pop that off. And just leave the lid down.
Gorgeous, yeah.
I've got a funny story.
That way.
And I made this once, Naomi, for a team, I don't know if it was a lunch that we had. We all got together and I bought wine and beer and I made a big jar, a big picture of this, probably a double batch of the Thermomix lemonade. What did everyone drink? Just the lemonade. Like, no one drank.
And it's just so lovely and refreshing on a nice warm summer day or a spring day that we're having
It's
to
perfect.
start off the morning with it, or to start off the like a cocktail party with it. It's just lovely. So that is the lemonade made. You do add some ice to it. So I've got some ice here already. Just for me, so it's just fingers are fine. Let me see. There we go.
And you can chop up with bubbly water too, can't you? Like mineral water or.
Yep, and we've got a soda stream, so I just make some soda water and makes it a lovely, bubbly, sparkling water. So that's our lemonade, and this will keep in the fridge for about a week. But if I drink it every morning, it'll probably last maybe a couple of days for our family. So that is the lemonade. So quick. Now to go back to my week, I've already put in the margarita. So I've just got to empty out what's already in.
So is the margarita a cookie dough recipe?
Oh, what? Sorry.
It's from cookie dough. Is it the margarita?
It is. The margarita is on cookie dough as well.
Citrus one that you're doing? I can't see your screen.
It is the citrus margarita. So it's just a combination of 2 lemons.
Yep.
1 lime and an orange. Just the orange makes it a little bit sweeter, I find. So I have done it with just the lemonade, but I do like the orange through it. And another recipe, the other frozen margarita uses, which is on cookie dough as well, uses Cointreau. So this one doesn't use Cointreau, it just uses the tequila, whereas it does. I think this one does use Cointreau, but I just prefer it with the tequila because it's already got the orange through it. So
I'm not a margarita person, but one of my best friends makes this all the time when we're there, and I absolutely love them. I think they're fantastic.
So I'm just emptying out the pith that's in my I should be using my spatula. Just getting it out because you don't want pith through your margaritas.
Is there something else?
My Siri's going off. So I've pretty much got everything out, and it doesn't matter if you've got little bits in there from the last time, but we can just continue on because the flavors are all the same and we don't need to wash our bowl. So let's start our citrus margarita. Oh, it's saying I'm quitting. No. Oh, yes, I want to quit the other one. So we've got a few centimeters. Am I doing the right one? Oh, this is actually doing the sugar syrup first. So let me take me back.
I think I've got the right one there. So it's a citrus margarita from Cookie Jewel.
Yep, citrus margarita. And it's where place a few centimeters of water into it, and this, I'm just making sure it's that start of it. I don't tend to start on that start, so
Start wherever you need to start.
that's all right. So I've got my plate. So with the plate, that's for salting my glasses. So in our salt, this is our salt, what do you call it? Salt something? Canister, caddy, salt caddy, which is available on Thermomix on the mix shop. So I've got just plain salt and Himalayan rock salt, and you just sprinkle some on your plate. Spread it around so it's a bit even around the edges. The thing is, it has its own little spoon, so you don't have to use your fingers, get it all dirty. Get your margarita glass, and we want to put lemon juice around the edge of your margarita glass, just so it picks up the salt. I like a bit of salt on mine, so. And if you use the Himalayan rock salt, it does give a nice little crystalline edge, a little bit more, so you can sort of see, it looks beautiful. So that's just the one a glass I'll just do for now. All right, so let's go to, skip to this one. We're placing all the ingredients in.
I love how you can use the skip step where you can just go down and just go straight to that step instead of.
That's right, because so with the tequila and the sugar syrup, I made it this morning. So this is 150 grams of water and 130 grams of sugar, and I put it into my sterilized bottle, and it's just been in the fridge, and you can keep that in the fridge for up to 6 months in your sterilized bottle. But so I just keep some in a bottle that I've already got, and that we'll use that as well. So we've got tequila. So I've got just a general bottle of tequila, nothing, didn't get a special one, but this one makes up to, for 130 grams, you're probably serving for.
Have you got any helpers, or do we need to come over?
We've got some helpers, so that, but the good thing is it's early, but it's after 12 o'clock, so we're fine.
Yeah, good time to chat.
So I don't put in the Contro for this one because I've got the orange juice in it, but depending on your taste, you can always add the Contro. And now we just add the lemons. So the preparation of your lemons for these, pretty much almost the same, but you need to peel up to where there's no pith, and I also then cut out the seeds. So you just stick those all in. So it's, that one's just the lemon, but I add two lemons, 1 lime cut in half as well and peeled, and 1 orange. So that is it's going to tell me to put in all those now. So that's the lime and the orange. Doesn't matter about the weights as such, because I don't like to cut portions of an orange or a lemon. I just like to use the whole ones. So this is where we use our sugar syrup with our teaspoons from the mix shop. They're beautiful rose gold. I love them. So this is the 1 to 2 teaspoons. I like it a bit sweeter because I've got a bit more lemon in it. So I'll put in the 2 teaspoons. Of the sugar syrup. Put the lid on. So it goes 15 seconds on speed 6. So it turns to the stopping spot automatically. So you can just. So that's that portion done. And the joy about these ones is because it is on the cookie dough, it's pre-programmed where you need to stop. So you can just turn the dial as much as you need and it's going to stop where it needs to stop. So now we add the ice. I keep some in an ice bucket. Yeah. This will make a lot of noise. Then put on the lid a measuring cup and turn the speed to 10. So it's going right up to 10.
How long does that go for? 40 seconds. Okay. Like, you probably can't see me well at the spotlight. We could have made use of that 40 seconds. Might. Has anyone got a dish ready to finish? Ready to show? Might show mine quickly. I'm going to add myself. Okay. While we're waiting for the ice, because we won't hear the lovely Naomi while it's doing that. So that was our lemon feta. Here's our beautiful greens. So you can serve them either on the lemon feta or dotted around, whatever you would like. Like, just make sure you've got lots of lemon feta, and then sprinkle with some toasted slivered almonds or flaked almonds. How does it look?
That
Yum?
was delicious, Heather.
It's
It looks so nice.
Yum. Looks so good.
yeah. Sorry, I'll remove myself again. There you go. Okay.
So that was just going for a 1 minute on speed 10 to chop up all the ice and mix it through to make it frozen. And now we're ready to serve.
Beautiful glass, Naomi.
Thank you. So these are just big W glasses, but
We'll rush on to W.
exactly. So for a pack of 4, it was $19.
Okay.
I did look at Vinnie's, but they're all sold out at Vinnie's.
Look at that.
And how good is that? Some for later.
Brilliant.
And I just top with the lime as well. And here we are. Cheers.
Cheers.
Now we've got taste division.
Thanks, Naomi.
Yum.
Now, I think we'll pass over to Jen. Make sure you get a photo of that too.
This one. Oh, yep.
Or one of the subsequents. Thanks. Hey, Jen.
Yeah, I'm back on. Hi,
Yeah.
everyone. So the quinoa has cooked, and I've put that in a dish, a salad bowl that I'm going to serve in. You can have this hot or cold, this salad. You just take the edge off the hotness, though. So I've just put a fork through it just to make it nice and light. And that quinoa can be any sort of quinoa. It could be, this one's a mixed one, so it's the white, red, and black. But you can have whatever your preference is. So now I'm going to do the salad dressing. And I'm doing some apple cider vinegar first.
I love this for lunch. This dressing is so nice.
I know. And I didn't even realise there was that different one without the ounces.
I didn't even, I should have said it, but yeah, I think it's the same recipe, but one is grams, but
I'm really concentrating here because I don't want to go over. So that's the oil. And then some honey. I know an ounce is about 32 mils, so I can sort of, do a bit of a guess. About 2 teaspoons of honey. So it makes quite a lot, this salad. A great one for entertaining. And even though in the class it seemed like it's taken a while, while your quinoa is cooking, you're chopping up all the veggies that are going to go into it. So it's actually quite quick, really. And then I've got some lime juice. We've got some cilantro, which is coriander. So I'm just going to add that. And then, depending on your preference, jalapenos. So I'm going to put the whole. Oh no, I might only put one in, 1/2. I didn't test the hotness of it, so it asks for 1. And 1 cup garlic clove, and then some yellow mustard. Now you could just do the mustard powder. I've just got the mustard in the jar, but that's what it do as well. And then some salt. So that would be your preference as well, how much salt to do. And then some pepper. And then our lid. And I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just going to mix it up for 15 seconds on speed 9.
Is everyone making their salad dressings in the Thermomix?
Sorry, the other. I just showed you then, hand across to the veggies that I've already prepared. But that salad dressing's done. Oh gosh, it smells divine. I wish,
Smell it from here. Looks
I
like
wish you could all yeah, wish you could all smell it. I'm taking this down to Sydney this afternoon for dinner tonight. So it's quite green. I don't know whether you can see it on that. And a beautiful dressing. So you add that and toss it through the quinoa. Can you see? Yep.
Yeah.
Toss that through just to coat all the quinoa. There. And then I'm going to add to the salad bowl all the other things I've prepared. So a red capsicum, a yellow one. You can actually put anything that you like in here, but it is kind of probably the Mexican theme. That's why it's got the Mexican name for the other one. And then the black beans, and black beans are quite easy to come by now that we're cooking more Mexican food. Add to the bowl. No black beans, doing corn. And then some spring onions. And then an avocado. So I've got my beautiful knife from the toolkit. So if anyone's got the toolkit, they'll be very familiar with this. It's one of my favourite knives. And then just cut it up into pieces. And then you can use the it's a multi ice cream scoop or fruit scoop just to, and that's in the toolkit as well. Just to scoop that out. So that just goes in. Very quick and easy. How many people online today have got this toolkit?
me. I love it, and I use that knife every day.
It's just been one of the host incentives. So it does come around as a host incentive now and then. So look out for it because it really is one of those.
The peeler is amazing.
Sorry.
The peeler in it is amazing.
Right. So
Yeah, it is, Lindsay. They are amazing.
Jen, it looks just like the picture.
I missed that. So there you go.
It's
So
so
how
nice.
colourful is that? So beautiful side. And now I need to. Am I going straight into the dip, Heather?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
So I go back to my week. And this is the smashed pea and bean dip. So because of time today, I actually prepared something earlier. So we do steam in the basket the peas, the broad beans, as well as the edamame beans. So and with a clove of garlic. So I've got them already prepared and they've already been steamed in the basket. So I can skip those steps. And they're all available. I actually buy my edamame beans already peeled. Heather was going to say show people how to peel them, but I actually buy them from the local Korean grocer in New Lantern, and it's just so easy.
But if you buy them, you can only get the peeled ones. They're quite easy to pop out, and it's sort of a fun job to do after they're steamed, like popping the pod.
Yeah.
And same with the broad beans, isn't it? Like, do you?
Yeah. So I've already steamed them. I've removed them. Okay. So now, in my second bowl that I have over here, I'm going to put in Sorry.
I think the thing with this dip, it's one that would easily be overlooked if you were looking at it. But look at it. P and B.
It really did. So spring onions next. And then some mint, and the mint's at preference, how much you want in it. It's just a sprig. How much is a sprig of mint? I don't know. I like it, so I do put quite a lot in. And then here we are with the avocado again. So beautiful, the avocados at the moment.
It's tricky with avocados when you buy them from the shop. You've got to try and buy them enough in advance that they ripen when you want to use them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so that's my avocado. And then that's the garlic clove. It's a really big one. I think you were meant to have 2, but that's already cooked. I cooked that with the beans. And then it says 3/4 of the cooled beans and peas. So just a little bit of the guesswork there. So it's making it a bit of a chunky dip, but the rest is smooth. Lid's on. And I'm going to speed 7 for 3 seconds.
Has anyone tried it? Has anyone tried it before?
Sorry?
Has anyone tried this dip before?
No, I've not.
Yeah, it's incredibly surprising. We used to make in-person cooking classes, and it was always one that people were astounded by.
Yeah. So that was just the 3 seconds. So it's still a little bit chunky in there. I'll scrape down the sides. I'm going to do it again. Up to speed 5 this time. So beautiful and brilliant. Just see the goodness in it. Now we're going to add 50 grams of feta. So I'll just chop that up into 1 centimetre pieces. And then some lemon juice. And then some horseradish cream. So this is optional, but I just like a little bit of it. Gives it a bit of a bite. Just a little bit more. And then you put the rest of the beans in that you've left aside. On, and I'm going to put it in reverse this time. Well, it's on reverse. And another 3 seconds. And that's done. So I've got a beautiful bowl here that I got from Heather. I love serving my dip in. So it's still a little bit chunky. So if you want it a bit more smoother, you could put it through again. But it's actually like a combination of smooth and chunky.
Yeah, I guess if you wanted to
I wish you could all have
put all of the
taste of it
in the first place, Jen, instead of setting 25% of them aside.
Yeah. If you didn't want the chunky bit of it, yeah, perfect.
But it's
Okay,
not
so that's me.
beautiful.
How good does that look? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. They look amazing. Now, if we've got time, we haven't seen Kerry's dish, and I think she's got one more thing to show us. Thank you, Jem. I'll pass over to Kerry. Hey, Kez.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah.
So my here is my beautiful crustless quiche. It's more like a frittata, I think. But I'm not going to cut it because I've just pulled it out, so it's a bit. I tried to take it out first, but it's a bit hot. But what will happen is when you first bring it out, it will be quite, you know, it sort of puffs up a bit and then it will deflate. But I'm so excited. It's just so easy to eat, and it's delicious cold as well as hot. So, and I freeze it, and it freezes well. So I'm excited. As I said, I make that at least once a week. So just for snacks and things. And the good thing is Kai will eat it for his school lunches as well. So anyway, so am I showing the beetroot now?
Thanks.
Okay. So I'm just going to show you how to peel your beetroot. Okay. So if you haven't seen one of these are the amazing blade cutter and peeler. So you can use it for like when you're doing your slow cooking or anything that requires in the recipes that say blade cover. And also it is our peeler. So this will help peel your root vegetables. So all you do is it's just going to sit on your blade. That's it. So I'm going to pop in there. And then we're going to go over to now if you've got a TM6, you can go over to your mode. But obviously if you've got a TM5, when you get your peeler, it will tell you what you need to do. So the good thing is you can use this on the TM5. And the information up here, if you've got a 6, you know, you can always go up in the corner in the little information. So we're going to pop in 600 grams of water. Whoops, sorry, I didn't get that ready. Sorry. Come on, so pop in 600 grams of, sorry, I should have had that.
What veggies do you use this for, Kez, besides beetroot?
I use this for my potatoes. So I use this for potatoes all the time. So obviously when I'm doing potato bake, mashed potato, I don't do it for carrots, but apparently you can do it for carrots. I eat the skin on my carrots because it is good for you. Oh, so what did I say? 600. Sorry,
You can do your hard-boiled eggs too.
Very gently.
Yes.
Your garlic too. So I haven't done that yet, but that is on my list to do. Sorry, so I've got to stop talking here.
Okay, so I've done garlic. Garlic's brilliant.
Yeah, so okay, 600. I've got 620, doesn't matter. Okay, so then what you can do is you can do up to 800 grams of your root vegetables. Now, the best, obviously you want to do them separate. So you don't want to do potatoes, or beetroots, or carrots all together. So you want to do them separate, and you just want to make sure that they're cut. So look, I don't do chat potatoes because I find because they're so small, you practically get nothing left of them. Or if you're going to use chat potatoes, turn the time down to only a couple of minutes and just check how they're going. So if I go back over to, I'll just check and make sure my weight. Yeah. So I've got my beetroot. I use this all the time. So I've got big beetroot. So I just cut it in half, just making sure that it's, you know, it sort of fits through there. Mine are a little bit bigger, but they're not like, you don't want to put a whole thing in. Definitely don't want to put a whole thing in. So I'm just going to pop my beetroot in there. I just cut off the end bits and pop this in here. Okay, a little bit over, so that's fine. So just a little bit. So all I'm going to do then is I've got my water, I've got my beetroot. I'm going to pop that on. I'm going to go over here to my peeler. Now, when you are doing potatoes, even if they're big potatoes and you cut them in half, I always turn my time down to 3 minutes. I just find if I do the 4 minutes, sometimes it does take a lot of the potato as well. So just test it out. Do it for 4 and then change it up to do another minute if you need to. Beetroot, I always use the 4 minutes unless, you know, they are smaller beetroots. Now, the other thing is I do this for my roast because I roast my beetroot and roast potatoes. So what I'm finding, especially with the potatoes, because they're sort of like you're doing they're tossing around in there, the edges are a bit rough. So they actually roast nicer like that. And I also make sure I just halve them first. Then I will quarter them when I need to roast. I just find, again, if you quarter them and throw them in, they're so tiny, you're going to be left with nothing. So beetroot, as I said, and then I'm just going to turn it and then off it goes. So that's going to peel those for me.
Awesome. I'm going to mute your cares just so we lose that sound, and I'll mute you just for a sec. You can't hear me. Okay. I realise we've gone over time. My apologies. If you would like to wait and see the peeled beetroot, or if you have any questions, or if there's anything that I can answer or show you on Cookie Do, you're welcome to stay on. And I do understand if you need to go, and we're really grateful that you could join us. But is there anything that you would like to ask? Anything else that we can answer for you? Or we've got a couple of minutes. What if I jump into Cookie Do and just come into the chat, or come off mute if there's anything? I can see that little girl doing the arms in the background. Classic. Let me grab Cookie Do and we'll share that for a sec. And Kerry, just give me a yell when you're ready. So maybe something that I should show quickly is Kerry mentioned bringing recipes in to Cookie Do. Is that something that you're all familiar with? We can't see the chat now, I'm in this view, but let me jump into, say that quiche that Kerry made. When you go into Recipe Community, if you're on the same device as your Cookie Do, you should see this option to add to Cookie Do. So that will, I can confirm it, asking if I want to bring that in, and then I can set up those steps. So I could change the picture to my own, I could change the ingredients at this point if I wanted to, and you can see, oh yes.
I can only see your smashed pea and bean dip. I don't know if it's on a different screen.
Yeah, I was. Thank you. I thought it was the same one though. Okay, maybe I was in a different window. Is that better?
Yes, now we can see. Yeah.
Thanks, Lindsay. Sorry, guys. So this is what it looks like when it comes in to Cookie Do. I could go back and show you that again. Hang on, let me go back. Did you see the Recipe Community screen?
No, it just was on your Cookie Do screen.
Yeah, okay. I thought I was in the same window. All good. So this green button is what you're looking for, and it will ask you to confirm, and then it brings it in here where you can then edit and add those times and temperatures and speeds so that it's a true guided recipe. Otherwise, so if I click into that now, so you can see I can add it to my week, add it to my shopping list, or I can go in and edit the recipe. So again, editing the ingredients if you wish, but see, come in here, let's say I wanted to edit these steps. Place the cheese and the onion. I might want to weigh that. So if I click in and go to the scales, you'll see I can type cheese and it should pick it from the ingredients list. Okay, so then I can go and tidy it up and delete that other bit. Come down to the speed 5 for 15 seconds. I might want to add some cooking time here. So I could select 10 seconds, speed 5, wasn't it? And then my tick, and then I just go and tidy up the text. So it makes such a difference having all of those things on your screen. I mean, it's great just having it there for your shopping list or your meal planning, but it just makes it that much better. So is that something that you're thinking of trying, or there's lots of tutorials in here as well. If you go to learn more, that little learn more button, there's little videos that step you through all of those things, creating a new recipe, importing. You can import from Cookie Do as well. If there's something that you're always changing and you want it to have your version, you can absolutely do that. You can edit your recipes and add new ones. So it's all there. What else? Let's come back. How are we going for time? Kesh, you're still peeling? Okay. All right, let's do it. Let me show you one thing on the main screen of Cookie Do that I don't know if you realise. Under your profile, so if I go in and view my profile, you can set your cooking style. So this won't filter the recipes, but it will change what it suggests for you. But this here, where you change your filter preferences, you can see I'm picking up the UK and the US recipes as my default. So I don't have to go in when I'm exploring and edit those. I will always see those recipes. Now, by setting up your preferences, and the more you use Cookie Do and the more you use your meal planner, you'll see it will handpick recipes for you. So it's a nice way to jump in and see, you know, what else it's recommending. It's a bit of a fun way to do it. And on your search, you see here, I'm seeing almost 9,000 recipes as a default because I've got the peeler turned on. So you won't, if you have a peeler and you don't have that turned on, you'll be missing those recipes that recommend the peeler or the blade cover. And remember, you can always flick over to the collection view and view things like the cookbook. So this is something that's new. Actually, I was going to show you the cast iron pan, but this the Less Waste More Food cookbook. The whole book is now on Cookajou as of yesterday, I think. And we have this beautiful new cast iron cookware, which I'll grab out of the cupboard and show you in a sec. And then let me just see if Kerry's back. Kerry looks like she's back. There you go, Kez.
Okay, done. I'm back. Okay, so I've just jumped on. So I'm not sure if you can see this beetroot. So it's peeled it, but obviously I've just cut it in quarters now. But all I did is I take out the water and I just I strained them, same as the potatoes. I just pour them into here and strain all the water and everything out. Now, usually I would just rinse out my bowl and just use the same bowl, but I was in a bit of a hurry, so all I've done is chopped up that beetroot into the quarters now for my beautiful recipe. Now, if you haven't done this recipe, you can just honestly give it a go. It's amazing. This is one of the reasons that I bought a machine like nearly 10 years ago. So all we're going to do is we're going to add in the raw beetroot. So, sorry, I've lost all my spatulas, but I'll just use this. So 400 grams. A bit extra now, so there we go, that'll do. So you add 100 grams of carrot. I've just popped in a carrot. I don't even know if it's, I've just do a whole carrot. Usually it's a bit extra, that's fine. Just chunk it, pop it into chunks. Now I'd ask for a quarter of a red onion. My fruit and vegetables that I got delivered, they didn't include the red onion, so that's fine. I'm going to skip it anyway, or you could just use a normal onion. And a green apple. Also, they forgot to give me a green apple, but I'm just going to use a normal apple. So all I've done is I've just quartered it and cored it. I'm not going to peel it. That's all you need to do. Pop it in 2 to 3 sprigs of coriander. Now, quite surprising, I've done this with people that don't like coriander, but they had it in the salad and they thought it was really nice. So, but if not, just throw in parsley, basil, whatever herbs you want. So I'm just going to pop that in there. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now, this is where I find I just use a tablespoon, but everyone's different. So I just pop in a tablespoon. It's the end of that. And I free pour anyway. I'm sure some of you already do that. 20 grams of lemon juice. So if you haven't got one of these, we don't sell these on Mix Shop, but in the home, 20 ml of your lemon juice. It's usually about a half a lemon. And then a pinch.
I use the measuring cup for the lemon.
Oh, yes, yes. And then I haven't done that trick, but yeah. Then pop that in there. Now, this is going to blitz it. It's just going to cut it up for 2 seconds, and then I know it's going to go ahead, check it, do it for another 2 seconds. If you know what you're doing, I already set mine on about 4 or 6, I think it is, actually. I'm going to do it on, I'll do it 4 just in case. And then it's going to go speed 5. Next, usually it's going to break down and do it again, but there you go. So you can imagine when you only do it 2, the first 2 seconds, it's quite chunky. But this one here, that's why I automatically put it on 4. But I actually do mine a bit thinner. So all I would do is if I go, oh, it's not right.
No, don't.
Just go back and then do it for another 2 seconds. So
Okay.
this is the most amazing salad. So if you haven't done it, give it a go. I also know people that go, oh, I don't like beetroot in the tin, but when they've eaten this, they've loved it. Now, another good trick is to pop in, turn the blade on reverse, pop in some feta cheese and some pine nuts and mix it around. And then you can also add in some chicken or whatever you like, but I'm going to have that with my my quiche tonight. So
Delicious. That's your dinner done. Thanks, Kaz. Now I can't unspotlight you, but I'll just show quickly this. Show the lid first. So this is some of our new cast iron bakeware. So you can probably tell it's heavy, it's huge, it is amazing. So perfect for your slow cooks, sorry, off the screen. Baking bread, there's some beautiful bread recipes to cook in this. So think real artisan sort of style breads, your sourdoughs, beautiful for all those sorts of things.
Even a gluten-free.
Yes, even gluten-free. So I feel like, have we seen everything? Have we missed any dishes? We've seen Lindsay's cakes, we saw everything. Are there any questions? Let me remove that spotlight. I'd just like to remind you, and thank you all for coming, and thank the amazing Heroes team for presenting. You're all also generous with your time, and I know that this is important to you to inspire your customers and share new ideas. And let me just come back to me for a sec. We really want, as consultants, we really want our customers to get the most from your Thermomix. We want this investment that you've made to be something that you're really happy about and to tell your friends. But like, we just want you to feel good about it and love it. So however we can help, we're here. So demonstrations, it can be quick. It can be you and a couple of friends with one dish. You know, you might just want to make those lemon curd cupcakes together, tea cakes. It might be something else that you really want to learn about. You might not have made bread and you want to do that together. We're here for you. We can do that. If you don't want us in your home, but you'd like our help, we can do it over Zoom. There's lots of ways. So know that we're here, know that we're on your side, and yeah, we love cooking with you. So any other questions or anything else I need to mention? Ladies, give me a yell.
Everybody, if anyone does host a demo in their own host or by Zoom, or even if they bring people on cooking class, they can actually earn host rewards. So that's definitely benefit for them as well.
Yeah, and I'll include the info on that in the email that I send later on. Yeah, our mats and thermoservice are incredible. We wouldn't be without them.
And the peeler, the one that doesn't have it.
Yes.
Oh, right, it is good.
Yeah,
and it's like a blade cover as well.
Yeah.
To cook those slow.
Yeah, and the ebook that comes with that is really valuable as well. So that's part of a package which anyone with the TM6 wanting to learn more about your modes, that ebook is brilliant. Also come to us if you want to learn more about those modes. When you swipe and you've got those, all of those other buttons on that right-hand screen, you know, there's so much you can do with your Thermomix. Ladies, I think that might be it. If I haven't missed anything, ladies and gentlemen, thank you everyone for joining us. You're welcome to stay on and chat if you've got any questions, but otherwise I'll let you go and enjoy the rest of your day while the sun's still out. I'll make the most of it. But thank you. Thanks for being part of our community.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Let me stop that recording.